Hey, you! I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
Chicho, turn that thing up.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Most High Christ bless. You are tuned in to the Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes. All
Getting
praise
it
the Most High.
in
I'll count the
while
gas
the
to my
world
left.
is in
Soldier
sin.
Gadiel.
All praise. You tuned in to the Natives Hour. Hey, man, I just want to say Happy Veterans Day, bro.
Yeah, nah. We're going to get into that today.
What the hell is this?
Happy Veterans Day for all you veterans out there. All you veterans that can't have kids now because you done been exposed to orange. What's that shit called?
Agent Orange.
Agent Orange and mushroom gas and whatever the hell that Esau loved to experiment on with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. We're gonna go into that today. We're gonna go into that today.
That's
I want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. All praises. Hey, you know they say, hey, when I first came into the truth, right, we used to do fly missions back in Florida in West Palm. And we always got into a fight with these dudes, man, because they said they went to war for us, for black people. Like, man, you crazy as hell. So why we still going through turmoil in America? Boy, they wanted to kick out, they wanted to whoop our ass, boy. But all praise to the Most High. All praise. Yeah, so let's jump right into it, y'all. Let's jump right into it. We got a Veterans Day special. Let's jump right into it, y'all.
Black people serving in the military or in the police force and why they shouldn't be joining the military and serving in the military. One of my points I wanted to make was that with black people that serve in the military, they think that, I don't know what their actual thinking is to joining the military, but some people actually think that when you join, you're going to be treated as a hero, and you're never treated as a hero when you get back. We see this all throughout every single war throughout history that black people fought in this country for. The Civil War, World War I, World War II. Soon as black people get back and finish dying and losing legs and everything overseas fighting the white man's war, they get back and they get treated like basically garbage afterwards.
I would say this. Concerning the Vietnam War. A lot of brothers came back and was drug addicts.
That's right.
They became drug addicts actually in Vietnam.
Don't you smoke crack?
They became drug addicts, and when they got back, you know, it was this promise that they would be taken care of, and America did not take care of them. That's why you see a lot of homeless people. They're vets.
Damn.
Hey, let's look that up. Let's look up the statistic of homeless veterans.
You see that today.
Yeah.
You still see that today on the street corners. Anytime you're driving, you'll see people saying that they're vets. But why isn't America taking care of these people?
Right.
If they went to war for
Right.
them?
That's the question. That is the question, because when you actually look at the benefits that America shows our veterans, on paper, it's legit. On paper, you know what I'm saying? You get a loan, you know, you got to pay for, what is it, like a down
loan?
payment, down payment grant. You get a lot of opportunities, but why is it not being pushed? Those opportunities are not being pushed on our people. They're being pushed on the so-called white man, the one who damn orchestrated the war and got us fighting it. You know, I used to work at the VA hospital, and at the VA hospital, man, you see a lot of stuff, man. They experiment on veterans. They got people coming in there every day, and I'm a witness to this. I used to work there. They got people coming there every day with catalogs of new equipment to try to get the doctors to use it, to test it out. That's a fact, factual.
What?
And then whenever something goes wrong medical wise, it takes them months on end for them to get seen, and they serve their country apparently, right?
Yeah.
Come on
Serve
now,
their country.
dog.
Now we're not saying for those that's a part of the military, we understand you got to do your duty. You know, all praise to the Most High. We're gonna pray for you that the Lord bring you out that thing, do your term, and get out. You
That's
know?
right.
Or that's between you and God. We're not saying what's it called? Go AWOL. we ain't say that. We ain't say go AWOL. You be dishonorably discharged. We ain't saying that.
No.
You know, you got to do your time, put in the work, do what you got to do, and then at your leisure, get the hell out. All right? Go back to the video. Oh, yes. The homeless statistics. Go ahead.
1.4 million veterans are at risk of homelessness.
Now, how is this even possible, right? This is March 23rd. This is this year, 2021. It says 1.4 million veterans are at risk of homelessness.
How, Sway?
Now I'm gonna say this. Veterans should be taken care of before anybody else. I'm gonna just be real with you. Veterans should be taken care of before anybody else. Why? You got brothers and sisters that actually go to another country, another terrain to fight. That's war. That's battle every day. You come out with their PTSD. You come out with OCD.
Bruh.
You can't make no loud noise at night. That stuff is real. Our veterans, I mean, if you want to, they should be taken. There should be no homelessness in the midst of veterans. That lets you know America don't care about you. They use you and they throw you away. Use you, throw you away. You lose a leg, you come back. Now you're in a wheelchair as panhandling. Can't find a job.
Damn.
Go back to the video. Who is
Now,
this?
why
Dude?
would
Is this a factual video? Is this a disgruntled nigger like?
So far, he's telling the truth. So far,
Okay.
Bring it out.
All right, go ahead.
One want to sign up for that and fight for a system that oppresses you and a system that treats you like that. It seems like Stockholm syndrome or something. And another reason why I think, like, why black people shouldn't be serving in the military is because they're supporting their oppressors. Like, they're supporting a system that has been oppressing black people for decades, years, even centuries. Why would you fight to keep a system like that in power? Like, black people get killed in this country on a daily basis. You guys should be fighting at home here, supporting our communities, trying to fight for our rights and trying to save our people and try to get this racist system out of here. And, you guys are fighting, upholding their ideals overseas and getting killed for what? So some rich racist white people can keep whatever yacht or whatever crap they want and raise their stock prices for their company? Come on, man. And another thing, like, with black people, all throughout history, like, you could say World War II and World War I, they were experimenting on black people in the military. Like, I remember I was watching something, they were putting mustard gas on them, and they basically used them as lab rats the entire time while they were in the military.
And we're going to
because
go
they
into
thought that their black skin.
Hold up, pause it. We're going to go into that as well because that's a fact. That's a fact. America has been experimenting on Israelites for centuries.
Bring it out.
American has been experimenting on Israelite veterans for centuries.
What?
Yes, mustard gas. What's the other one? I keep forgetting that one. Agent Orange.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A lot of dudes used to come to the hospital, and in their chart it tell you that they were what's it called? Exposed. Thank you. They were exposed to Agent Orange.
Damn.
They were exposed to mustard gas. It'll be in their chart. It'll be in their chart. To let you know how much they get in benefits, what they're eligible for. They's always come to the urology, the urology clinic, because they got testicular cancer because they've been exposed to Agent Orange. This stuff is real, man. They was doing doing population control in the military, making sure you Negroes and Hispanics can't come back to America and populate.
I hate it here.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and just say, "Hey, we're sorry.
Right.
Here's
We're
a little bit of
sorry.
Paycheck.
Right.
We're sorry."
Here's a little raise in your percentage. Used to be 50%. Now you 70%. You 80% now. Go ahead.
And would be immune to the chemicals or something. That's why they were recruiting black soldiers. And these, rest in peace, these brothers' souls. But come on, man, you got treated like lab rats, and then even knowing this history of the U.S. military, you still want to join and support a system that did that to our people? Really? I know you guys got better sense than that.
Hey, give me limitations 417. I mean, what the brother's saying is true, but like I said, we not promoting leave the military. We promoting don't join it. Join God's army. That's what you need to do. Join the army of God, all right?
That's
and not the army of your oppressor. Lamentations 4:17.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and 17.
Bring it out.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
This nation cannot save us. And even if we try to join this nation to save ourselves or save our people, it's not going to work, because this nation was built off the destruction of God's people.
That's
right. It's not going to reverse its role. If America was to reverse its role of why it was formed, it wouldn't be America no more. It'll be the kingdom. It'll be God's rulership. Bring it out. Because now they have to go in slavery. Now they have to give back the land. Now they have to give back the wealth. Now they have to give back the goods and the riches. And America ain't doing that.
Right.
They're not doing that. So what they're going to do, they're going to continue to indoctrinate our people, making them think that joining the military is the best thing for them to do. Like I said, it's a lot of benefits joining it. But it's also cons to that thing as well. You got pros and you got cons as well.
Curses.
Right, curses. Yep. You got all that stuff intermingled with that military life. Bring it out. And we're going to bring some stuff out. Hey, go to this video. I don't want to listen to dude no more. His last name's Selassie. I don't want to listen to him no more. Go to the next video. Do we got the hazing one? Didn't you post the hazing one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just go to the why the U.S. military exposed. Yes, play it.
It was a painful, horrifying, and secret part of America's history during World War II. The U.S. government conducted experiments with mustard gas and other chemicals on some U.S. troops at the time. That chapter of history was first revealed in the early 90s. Now, a new investigation by NPR finds the military used race-based experiments as part of those tests. African-American men, shown here in protective gear, as well as Japanese American and Puerto Rican soldiers, were singled out. These pictures show the forearms of men exposed to mustard gas and other agents. Some, like Rollins Edwards, are living with the effects decades later, including injuries to their skin. Caitlin Dickerson led NPR's investigation, and Susan Smith is a professor of history at the University of Alberta, Canada. She's studied and written extensively about this, and thank you both for being with us. Caitlin Dickerson, to you first. How did you hear about all this? What led you to the story?
So to explain that, Judy, I have to start by telling you that these tests were part of a much larger body of experiments that the U.S. military conducted during World War II, involving around 60,000 enlisted men I was looking into the Veterans Administration, who in the 1990s, when those tests were first exposed, promised to provide disability benefits to veterans who sustained permanent injuries in those tests. And in the course of reporting that story, which will air on Morning Edition later this week, we started to come across the names of studies that really stood out to us. Things like comparison of the word Nisei, which means first generation Japanese American, to white soldier, comparison of the word they used then, Negro, to white soldier when exposed to mustard gas.
Stop. So they was man, they was using us as damn lab rats.
Exactly.
Come on now, dog.
Putting mustard gas on the blacks and mustard gas on certain whites and compare them. What they was doing was, and I read an article, they was using blacks and Hispanics because our immune system was stronger. Because our bodies were stronger. So they would test the agents on us. Specifically. They would test the agents on blacks and Hispanics. Because in their mind, if we can affect blacks and Hispanics with this agent, we can kill anybody with this agent.
There you go.
That's why they was experimenting on us. Go back.
Those were the first threads of evidence of these experiments that we found, started pulling on those, and then we came across Susan Smith's work, submitted requests to the federal government for original documents, and that's where it all started.
So Susan Smith, you had been doing work looking into this. How extensive were these tests using mustard gas and other chemical agents?
Well, certainly there was a lot of medical research on chemical weapons for World War II, and the mustard gas experiments in particular, as Caitlin mentioned, some 60,000 American soldiers were used in experiments.
60,000 American soldiers. That's a whole experiment right there. And when you look at this, you have to ask yourself, why are blacks and Hispanics rushing to go into the military? They're trying to leave these poverty situations and saying, hey, I can get out of this bad situation and go toward a so-called better situation.
Right. That's because they put that image in the minds of our people, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, is that, just like you said, you can leave this bad predicament you're in, go fight for America, and be promised all of these benefits.
That's a big number right there, 60,000.
60,000 people, bro.
That's a case study.
Right.
Full-blown case study.
That's crazy.
The United States Army
That video
is discharging immigrant recruits after promising them a path to citizenship in exchange for their service. Now, many of them are struggling with abrupt removals and canceled contracts.
Pause it.
David Beck.
It says U.S. Army discharging immigrant recruits who were promised citizenship.
Wait
a minute. So America is taking illegal immigrants, quote unquote, and promising them citizenship if they would just fight in America's army. And not only promising them citizenship, but they're promising that their father, their mother, their families would become citizens. All they have to do is sign these papers.
Can I get a scripture?
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out.
Hey, I'm going to get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32.
I got you. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Bring it out. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So it's saying that you're going to be given to another people. And we're seeing that with this military aspect as well. How many blacks and Hispanics came over and said, hey, I'm going to join the military to get out of this bad situation? Now watch this. Keep going.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
Our parents are longing and looking at us saying, hey, You're going to get out of this situation. You're going to better your life. But what goes on? You go to Afghanistan and you come back with PTSD. You come back with a limb missing. You come back with Agent Orange.
Right.
You come back with COVID-19.
Right. Oh, you know what else? You come back and you've been raped.
Exactly.
Damn. You've been molested. This dude, man, we did this last year. This grown ass dude, man, black dude, he gave the what's it called? He gave the recount of him being raped.
What?
By like 4 dudes.
Oh,
4 dudes. They took turns on him, raped him.
That nigga's tripping.
Yep, raped him and just left him there. And they stuck a broom up his butt.
Oh,
Stop it. Get some help.
In the military, this stuff is going on. This stuff is going on in the military.
To this day.
Suicides are happening in the military. They cover it up.
What?
They rape people, kill people, cover it up. This stuff is going on.
What in the hell?
Go ahead.
Has been following the story of one PhD candidate who was abruptly discharged.
I ask you, American people, the people I love, is there any way or is there any method more honorable than getting citizenship by serving this great country?
That question comes from a Chinese-born, American-educated PhD student who's now teaching at Texas A&M University. His name is Panshu Zhao. What fascinated you about America?
I would say the first word is freedom, and second word, democracy.
Zhao enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserve through the MAVNI program, Military Accessions Vital to the National Interest. Started under President Bush to help fight the war on terror, it offered non-citizens a fast track to citizenship if they had critical language and medical skills needed by the military. Zhao speaks Mandarin. He enlisted in 2016, right before the program was suspended under President Obama, and just as tougher screenings were mandated for recruits.
They ordered so many background checks that they destroyed the program.
Immigration attorney Margaret Stock, a former Army lieutenant colonel who helped create the MAVNI program, says not enough resources were provided for the additional investigations, resulting in a 10-year backlog. She's representing Zhao.
I didn't get my clearance. And I asked why, and they refused to tell me why.
A Pentagon spokeswoman told CBS News MAVNI was suspended in 2016 because it was vulnerable to an unacceptable level of risk.
Hey, go to the next video I posted. Because this is talking about Moab, but this is mainly, they deal with Issachar like that.
That's right.
They deal with Northern Kingdom like that big time.
They get a lot of people straight from Africa and say, hey, you want U.S. citizenship? Come serve in the military. They fast track that thing too. Come right up in there and then send them straight to Afghanistan.
Dang.
Straight to Iraq.
Straight to the battlefield.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.